welcome to Jack Dodson'S Racing Insider News. Let's see, remove destination from stream, then re-add it. Let's see if we can.
Stuff don't wanna work, man.
I'm just glad to have when he's here.
I'm gonna remove it and see if we can add it back here.
Facebook's not happy with it.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, we went through. All right. So we are. Welcome to Jack Dodson'S Racing Insider News this week. Let's thank our marketing partners here. Got to thank our official T-shirt company, Slinger Speed Company. We got our T-shirts, man. Super excited.
No, Slinger logo.
Everybody's got their T-shirts on.
Not you.
No Slinger logo, man. Tim doesn't want us to promote it, but Slinger Speed Company.
Yeah.
But it still gets back here on the back.
I was gonna say I told him to put it on there. That's right. Slinger Speed. Hit up Ken Brown if you want some T-shirts from your local guy. Thank Papa John's for providing pizza every week. GAC, Great American Company. I think Bonders Brothers Distillery. MPM Marketing. Langley Speedway. Let's hit 75 years Langley Speedway. Cars tour next week, Jack.
Not cars towards Hampton Heat.
Hampton Heat next week, Jack.
I'd love to have the cars to back.
Let's see.
Hey, Victor.
Factory Canopies, got to thank Todd Davis and Airlock. S&N Communications is S&N Communications night this weekend, Langley Speedway.
Yeah, big week for that.
Daytona 500 winner is going to be here.
Yeah.
Mr. Ward Burton.
Wasn't gonna be hot.
Understand there's some things in the background you can be working on, and he's working on a cup ride for Daytona or something. S&N might be on there. There's some stuff in the background working.
But you know, I got one problem. Okay.
Well, tell me.
No, I'm telling you.
Oh.
Because you're the one who talked about it.
Oh yeah. Uh-oh.
Last week?
Oh.
No. Oh. Brian Morehouse, today's Lugnut's birthday.
Oh, is
Not
it?
Brian, Lugnut.
Oh. Well, you have to define which one we're talking about.
Anyway, we know Brian as Lugnut. But anyway, S&N's gonna be here doing the thing Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
But we've been sponsored by S&N before.
And
we didn't even get invited to anything. I mean, I understand they're
going
going
to a meet and greet or something.
That's right. Now I understand they got going to eat out here. They're going to do.
Oh, I told them we're going to come.
Oh, okay. As long as you've already told them that.
I told them. I said we're going to bust in.
To be there.
Heather Ziedrich, thank you for two handsome guys. You must be talking about me and Adam because.
I was talking about me and Adam.
But anyway, Heather and Jody and Aiden had some bad luck this week.
Man, I can't imagine
the house
and everything.
Lost everything down there.
We're glad they're okay though.
Yeah, that's most important.
That's the most important thing. They got out. Aiden saved them. I mean, I hear Aiden was the one who alerted them to what was going on. But it's really cool. I mean, Aiden's a great kid. He lost all his NASCAR stuff that he had. I mean, that's it's pretty cool, pretty bad. But what I've done is I want everybody, if you're a driver, an owner, anybody got anything to do with racing, if you got hero cards, hats, shirts, anything you got, please send it to me, and I'm going to get it to Aiden down there because Aiden's a great kid, and we want to do that. And also, if you want to help the Ziedriches, like everybody around here does, and I've got some things I want to help out there with them, but I think it's Amanda Kimball has put out a GoFundMe account for them. And please, if you can do anything for them, please donate to them because let me tell you something. They're special people. They've been special people to me for quite a while. And I would have to say they're almost like family, even though they're not family. I would call them
They may not want to be. So
no, let me tell you something. They're great people. And I really want.
What are you trying to say over there, Clay?
Huh?
He's got that look on his face.
Yeah, I can't imagine what they're going through.
I mean, that's got to be. I mean, she sent me some pictures, and you know, I
The
was
alarm
sitting there.
didn't sound. Aiden saved us. He smelled the smoke. Thank God. And yeah, could you imagine? I can't imagine what that's like waking up and
Hero.
the house is on fire and because it goes quick. I mean, it will.
Oh, evidently it went real quick, and then of course they did a great job to get they got out and they're good. They're in good shape. I think they're living with Jody's mom and dad. I don't know. I'm not sure, but that's not my thing to worry about too much there. But I would love to help them out any way possible. Please.
Yeah.
Let's do
absolutely.
it, because I think the world of those people, and I want to see them.
I mean, I can't imagine if we lose some stuff, we still have like clothes. I mean, they got nothing. Right? You know what I mean? I mean,
Today she said they were out working on stuff to see what they could salvage.
Hmm.
And man, I tell you,
Yeah.
When I found out about it, man, my heart sunk, because those are great people.
Mm-hmm.
So
absolutely.
Please keep them in your thoughts and prayers, and if anything, please help them out any way you can, because until they get all this stuff settled and get themselves where they need to be, they're going to need help, and they're going to need us to be a part of that. Everybody, not just.
Yeah, and we're very fortunate, especially here at Langley Speedway. Let's just finish our sponsors.
Yeah, let's do that.
I think Miles Seamless Gutter, put up the money for us. I mean, I can't thank them enough. Please go and like and share their post. Frontline Performance, race fuels, parts, and lubrications, the hottest fuel at Langley Speedway. I keep saying that. I'm adding that myself. That's not. But thank them for coming on for our pit road stuff. I'm sure we'll do some pit road this week and next week, I'm sure.
Yes.
But I think that kind of covers everybody. Appreciate everybody that supports our show. Oops. And we got a few other people, not only the Zedridges, Cole Bruce and his family, the whole racing family. The funerals tomorrow. I think we figured it tomorrow and Thursday for the viewing and funeral. Hearts go out to those guys, and shout out to the Langley Speedway medical crew the safety crew here. All of those, Jake, because he's the big man kind of on campus. You always see Jake. I think all those guys I think we're extremely lucky to have a great paramedic group here. Big shout out to those guys.
And I can attest to it
firsthand, right?
No, that's exactly right. They helped me out. So
and then I got to shout out to Mark and Aaron Roberts. Mark and them, Aaron, we went to school together a little bit. Mark was a little bit older than I am, so I've known them a long time. We're really friends in school, but when we got knowing each other in racing. I drove for Mark, and I was Cullen's teammate in the champ karts. But she's struggling in the cancer deal. So thoughts and prayers out with those guys. And same thing with them. They have a GoFundMe out there to sort of help them through a tough time. And so just thoughts and prayers with all those three groups. When you think. And even in Zedridge's, we could say, look, in the big scheme of things, we're still here. Some of the other people are not and won't be. So it can always be worse, So just thinking about all those guys.
And just think about, the racing family. Once you're a part of the racing family, it seems like everybody pulls together to be.
Whether you like each other on Saturday.
That's right. You can go out there and not like somebody. Like you and I, we come up here every Tuesday.
I don't really like you.
I don't really like you, so we're in good shape. But no, it really is. It is cool that the racing family can help us get through this and help the Zedridges.
Brandy says she has a ton of clothes for Heather.
I bet she
messaged her. What size? Happy birthday, Brandy. 29, I hear, right? Isn't that what it was? 29?
I ain't saying a word. Don't get me to say nothing. After that picture she put out the other day, me and her are going to have a talk whenever I see her again. I'm going to have a talk with her.
Well, good luck. I think Ricky has a talk all the time, but don't do him no good.
Well, I'll be standing down there like Ricky did. Anyway, all right, let's do the news real quick. The Cup race, SVG won.
He did, man. But I tell you, that was a good race. And man, could you feel any worse for the damn, which car is he running in? 71? No. Yeah, Michael McDowell.
I had him covered there for a while.
I don't know how much SVG was riding behind him, if he was or was not. That was going to be a great finish, and I think he had control of the race.
That must be the place where some of y'all folks really like to go, is behind the concession stand. Anyway, yeah, I mean, he had him covered. I mean, I felt bad for him.
I did, man. I mean, out of all things, the damn throttle cable break. I mean, you just don't see that. And then for it to happen, it couldn't happen when he got wrecked somewhere or something.
Having an okay day,
yeah. Another one is the 51. I mean, those guys are running 11th, 12th there with just a few laps to go.
Did you see the side angle of that?
Man, that was a hell of a hit.
Good Lord, man. How did he get
I didn't really see that until I seen somebody show that video. I'm like, damn, that was a lot worse than I thought it was.
And he tried to scrub the wall there for a bit, but man, it didn't do any good.
But I mean, for a team, yes, they are, have some Roush affiliation, but they're still an underfunded team. So shout out to those guys, and I guess maybe they got a shot in the arm. They got some new investors. I don't know if they act like that deal is already done, but I didn't see that in the beginning.
What's that?
The purchase? Yeah,
that's done.
It's a done deal.
It's a done deal because he did a video.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I think it was Monday.
I mean,
him and Clay Milliken, his drag driver.
Okay.
They did a thing letting everybody know that it's not going to affect the drag team. It's not going to affect the other stuff they're in. It's just a NASCAR thing that they're selling.
Yeah, I don't think people realize how big Rick Ware Racing is. Yeah, the Cup team is somewhat small, but I mean they're pretty successful in the drag racing, the motorcycle stuff. I think that was the first time the Harley Davidson won in a while earlier this year. They got
probably a mile.
I mean they do some of the not IndyCar, but
yeah, they did.
They did Indy. But he's going to stay with the Cars Tour with Carson. They're going. He says they're going to keep that going. And Cody, as part of the sale agreement, he's going to stay with RW. Well, stay with the new team.
Yeah, through this year and next year.
And next year.
So then, but where is the third charter that they want? Where's that going to come from? Where does that leave Roush Fenway? Because I know they thought they were probably going to purchase this other charter that they're renting this year, and then they're going to switch with the 51 because you can only rent the charter one time.
Yeah.
So they'll swap, which that team has run pretty well, a lot better than I expected to. So it'll be interesting how all that.
Well, guess who won the Xfinity race?
What's the guy's name?
SBG won the Xfinity. He won both poles and both.
He went 4 for 5 for all of Chicago.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty impressive, and it's funny because I see Denny Hamlin was talking about it. Years ago when you had guys that did really well on a road course, they had built some cars and got a car advantage over everybody else. Today, it's much more impressive for SVG to dominate like he has because everybody has the same thing. It ain't you've got some gray area stuff that you worked on in the car. He's just flat out driving them.
Yeah. Somebody said, they're catching up to him. I didn't see catching up too much. I said, with new tires, Reddick was coming.
Right. Well, the
gap at Mexico was a lot bigger.
Yeah. Well, what's his name?
In that case, yeah, they are catching up.
Gibbs. I think he was close. But he didn't. I don't think he had anything for him. I think he was just sort of in the same zip code, maybe. Yeah. But although Michael McDowell, I think I would have loved. I think it would have been good.
Yeah.
Now who would have won? But it would have been definitely a good race.
The Cars Tour this past weekend, the late model stock car winner was Jared Fryer. The pro late model winner was Brandon Lopez. At Caraway, the Smart Mods, Danny Bone got the win, and the Limited Late Models, Dylan Ward. At Tri-County, in the Firecracker 400 late model race, Landon Huffman got the win. Franklin County, and hopefully we're supposed to have Kenny Lang on here in a few minutes from Franklin County. They had their big races down there. Their limited sportsman winner was Kyle Dudley. Their mini stock winner was Dennis Holdren. And he beat Kevin Ganner. So anyway,
That says something.
Olson Pine late model 1 and 2. Joey Owens won both of those races for Chase Dixon's team. He won both.
Oh, did he? Nice.
That's a pretty good deal there. And now let's go to Adam Wilbrock with
July 4th roundup.
Yeah.
July 4th weekend, man. We had some fireworks this weekend. It was a good show.
Mm-hmm.
Had the sprint cars in town and the mini cups, along with Bando's Legends and Trucks. Bando's got us kicked off. Penelope Carlisle got her first Langley win. Congratulations to her.
How
Man.
cool is that? You know,
She's been working at that one for a while, man. And it was good to see her finally pull
it's
off.
got to be cool down there and to see somebody win their first race.
Oh, big time.
You
Doesn't
know?
matter what division it is, man. I know she won 1 or 2 at the Dominion. I don't know if she's racing at Charlotte tonight, so good luck to her.
and she's won a race at Charlotte.
Oh, there you go. Now she's added Langley to the list.
So
So that girl's going places, man. In the Legends, Tommy Jackson got the win. Boy, I have never seen somebody dominate a Legends race like he did. I think it was like 5 or 6 second gap at the end of the race.
Is that right? Dang.
He was hauling the mail. I don't know what they did to that car, but whoo boy, it was good. That's his second win of the year. In the trucks, Bill Wallace back at the track and whooped him.
And Truckee
Dethroned Chris Bechtel.
Took Chris Bechtel to the woodshed, man. I mean, he was on the pole by a quarter of a second.
Is that right?
The 19 was quick, man, and they led, I think, every lap. So
Well, we figured he was going to be. I figured he was going to be quick. I mean, he's been fast.
he has been fast, yeah.
And to come back after
That thing
stuffing
was
the thing in
destroyed.
the fence.
Oh yeah.
And how cool is it too on your sponsors night to because then the sponsors sponsoring the race Saturday?
No, Bubba and Frank sponsored the race.
Oh, I thought he had posted.
His
something
sponsor
about-
was in the crowd, I think.
Got you. Okay. But way cool. To, take them to victory lane.
Yeah, he didn't know he was going to race at all this year after that wreck.
Mm.
So for them to come back,
The old man can still get shot. There's still an opportunity for
I
you.
don't go
I mean,
in.
Bill's older than you.
Bill
Man.
might be the oldest racer out here. He might be with of all 11 divisions. He might be.
He is.
Well, there you go.
We discussed that
Oh,
before.
we did. Okay. Well, there you go. But yeah,
What's
man.
up, Andrew Fuller?
In the mini cups, Tyler Warner won it, and then in the sprint cars, Chris Humblett won that race. He used to race modifieds out here, I learned.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a cool
Him
deal.
and his dad. His dad run late models out here. Built late models. Rainbow racing back in the day is what it was called.
All right, we got our first guest. Let's go ahead and get him on. He's sitting there patiently waiting on us. Go ahead and do your thing.
Let's see if I can find something here. We'll do.
Hello, this is Christine
And Stephanie,
from Langley Speedway, and you are watching.
the Jack Dodson Racing Insider News with Scott Allen and Adam Wellbrook.
What's up, Kenny? How you doing, man?
Doing fine, guys. How are y'all doing tonight?
Well, we're
Good.
hanging in there. How's everything without it? Franklin County Raceway.
Oh, we're digging, man. We under new management this year. We got a lot of good stuff going on. Things are building step by step. We had a real good big mini stock show this past Saturday night, and things are going well.
Yeah, I saw that about that mini stock race. I heard that was a pretty good race.
Yeah, we had 20 cars show up to race, an enhanced purse, and had some guys come from other tracks run with us. A couple guys down your way. One guy from Virginia Beach, Joe Riley, came to race with us. So, yeah, we had a good field. Had a lot of good sponsors come on board. We sold laps for $50 a lap. It was a memorial race for a gentleman who his son had run mini stocks there for many years. So it worked out. It was a good night. Plenty of people in the grandstands, a lot of people in the pit. So it was a successful night for us.
So what classes are you running out there, Franklin?
Our feature class is a limited sportsman class, which we run by the exact same rule book as South Boston does.
Okay.
We run a super street class, which is pretty much anything you can do to the engine you can do to it, but you got to run on an 8-inch tire. We got the mini stock class, which is pretty popular in the Carolinas here. Bowman Gray cars could come run with us with no problem. Ace cars, we got a stock 4 class that's kind of like the Hornet class at South Boston, and it is just wide open. The races in that division have been exciting all year, and we are a sanctioned INEX Legends racetrack as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
that's
there's a big history with Franklin County Speedway. I've known a lot about it and been up there a couple times, but that was way back in the day. But there's a history there. Give us a little bit of the history of Franklin County Speedway.
It was built in 1969. They ran a few dirt races on it, then decided to pave it. I think the last 7 races of 1969 were on the paved surface, and it has been in operation every year since. The track has never been paved. It's still got the original asphalt. There's plenty of concrete patches, but it has never been paved. And the smart modified still run seconds in the laps in the high 12-second bracket when they were there in May. So it's still got plenty of grip, and just about every race car driver that I've ever talked to that raced there absolutely loves coming and turning laps there. It was NASCAR sanctioned for a while in the mid 70s and late 70s. And just about anybody that you could think of from back in that era in modifieds and late model sportsmen's ran at Franklin County. So it is steeped in history. And like I said, a lot of well-known race drivers have come through the gates there.
Yeah, because one of the guys that I am kin to and known really well, Satch Worley, was really big there at one time.
Oh yeah, him and Paul Radford used to battle neck and neck in modifieds when I was a kid. I was a big Firm Flash fan, so Radford was my favorite, but him and Satch and Joe Henry Thurman and Gerald Compton and Billy Hensley, Jimmy Hensley. I mean, I could go on at the names that have run there and have won races there. But yeah, it's got a lot of history, and it's hosted a lot of great races through the years, and we're trying to build our reputation back up. It's kind of been down for the last decade or so, but the new management team is doing all they can to make it a good racetrack for racers and fans to attend.
You say you got a new management team and everything there. Tell us a little bit about who all's involved and what's going on as far as what all they're doing to improve the place.
Yeah, Timmy and Misty Meadows are the main people that are leasing the racetrack this year. It's a husband and wife team out of the Roanoke area. They own quite a few businesses in Roanoke. They got some towing companies and some other things. Plus, they run a haunted attraction during the Halloween season up in Elliston, which is about 20 miles from us, and it does real good for them. They're doing real well. Lauren Yoder is our race director. He has been a Franklin County fixture for years as a race director, and he's really doing a good job. I came on, and I'm helping him out with some public relations, social media, and marketing stuff. I also work with Brian Reedy with Reedy Racing. He's been on with you guys before.
Yep.
But we've got a good team working hard. Like I said, we were in a hole. We wasn't even on the ground when we started. This thing didn't come together until around Christmas. We had about 3 months to sell sponsorships and get things ready. They have put up a brand new scoreboard, which the track badly needed. It's got a brand new tower on the front stretch that hosts the race director, the scoring, and it does have a VIP floor as well. They've got a new sewer system in the infield. So they spent quite a bit of money this year, but we're still working on a lot of amenities that we need to make the place even better.
Kenny, what kind of stuff are you trying to bring to the table or do things differently in promoting in this? It's a different world than it was back in the 90s, right? I mean, sponsorship and those things were super easy, and it's transformed into what it is today. And what kind of things are you trying to do or are doing
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I think that this for us is a prove it year. It's a prove it year for our fans, for the people who would want to sponsor the racetrack, a division, a race night. We have to prove it to the competitors that we're going to be different than we have. I think we're working on that, and it's just it's going real well. And after our big mini stock race this past weekend, we're getting ready to pull the trigger on a Labor Day event. Hopefully, we'll be able to announce that here in the next few days, and it should be a big one for our limited sportsman guys. A lot of sponsors have already come on board for that race, so hopefully we'll be able to announce that here in the next few days.
Well, you can go ahead and say it. Ain't nobody watched this show.
I don't know about that. We want to get all our T's crossed and our I's dotted before we come out with it, but we think it's going to be a big show. Hopefully it'll be one of the bigger limited sportsman races in the region. Hopefully it'll kind of mesh like the Kenny Meadows Memorial did at South Boston. So we'll see how it goes. We're hoping to be able to announce that here in a couple days.
Yeah, well, I mean, the limited classes have really picked up in the last 3 to 5 years. You know, I think it's economical compared to going to the full late model, and some people can't do it, and it's easier transitioning. Like, you know, when you start in one class, you got to sell everything you got, buy something completely different. And let's be honest, I don't know many people that's ever made money on a race car.
Yeah, that's correct. And, you know, as a PR guy and somebody that has been around the sport for quite a while, I've sent Bill Mullis a message on his Facebook page. I really like his limited sportsman division class and the rules that they're running. I think the late model stock cars are on the way to being a tourism division with the cars. So I think something's going to have to happen region wide for feature divisions here before too long.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll ever see them go away. I mean, we can say that's always been the case, right? I mean, look, the late model started because the Busch cars, you know, they became Busch cars, and then, I mean, ain't many people old enough to really remember that, but you know, the Busch cars were late models, and then that kind of transformed, and then, you know, we've had other classes that's kind of done the similar things, but the cost has gotten out of hand. I mean, to run a good late model program is just for your, like Phil Warnes that did it on their own, and I've seen Phil do more with less than anybody I've ever met.
Yes.
You can't hardly do it today. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, you just can't do it. And the limiteds are a significant lot less to run. At least right now they are, you know.
Yeah, and that, you know, you talk about that. I was around for the total reset. I mean, when the late model sportsman went out and Dickie Gore and his folks at Old Dominion came up with the late model stock car series, you had guys like around here like Tim McGuire, Orville Reedy, who had aspirations to go bush racing but didn't have the money. But as soon as the late model stock cars come through, they dropped back to late model stock cars and ran another 10 years of their career. Kind of like Dickie Boswell and other guys like that. I mean, they kind of dropped back, and I think that's what the sport needs in our region anyway, is a total reset. And I think the limited sportsman division that Bill's running at Langley and the Virginia racers at Dominion are a pretty good model to follow.
Yeah, no, I would agree. So give people a little bit of background on you. You said you've been in the sport a long time. How did you get into the sport, and in what capacity have you been?
Well, back in 1971, I was 2 years old, so that'll tell you how old I am. So don't tell everybody.
I told you nobody watched the show.
My father and mother started taking me to Franklin County when I was a kid at 2 years old, and I've been in love with the sport ever since. I've never, ever had an inkling to sit in one and drive it, but I've been a huge fan. I've helped, you know, I told Jack earlier, Brian Reedy and the Reedy family here in Roanoke Valley are dear friends of mine, and I still help Brian out. We race at Ace on Friday nights, and I go spot for him and help him do his thing on Friday nights. I have promoted races at Franklin County back in 2009 and 2010. We had good shows with our Left Turn Promotions company. And I've been around it all my life, and And, I love it. And now that Timmy and Misty, came to me and kind of give me a chance to help them revive this track that grew my love of the sport. I'm really grateful for them to give me that chance.
And that's got to be pretty cool, right? For them to call you for that opportunity, the place that you love, right?
Yeah. Well, we all live on the same street. But we've never been, close knit friends or anything, but they knew that I had a background in promoting at Franklin County, and they're brand new to this deal. I mean, they're jumping in with both feet to a business they've never been in, and they're doing a wonderful job. They're learning every race. They're taking the stuff they learn and they're working on things they need to fix. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Timmy called me. Like I said, it was right before Christmas when we started our Facebook page for the Raceway. It's grown to almost 2,600 followers now in just the 6 months we've had it up. So we're doing good stuff. And like I said, these businesses, they've come on board with us for this big limited sportsman race that we're hoping to announce. And I think it's going to be a good thing. And we want to make, I tell people, they say, well, did you go to South Boston to see the 200? I said, yeah, I went to the first 200 at South Boston. And I said, it's nowhere near as big as it is now. I said, we need to have a signature race at Franklin County that starts off and builds every year, just like the Hampton Heat, just like the Sobo 200. All those races have taken the time to build up. And we're hoping that if we can announce this Labor Day Sunday race, that it'll grow to be something big through the years.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, Kenny, I hope I can get down there and be a part of some of that, because I want to go back to Franklin County. And my family's originally from that area, but
all you gotta do is offering free food, and he's there.
Well, I can feed him and give him a free ticket. You think that's enough?
Oh yeah. I'll be coming through soon.
Yeah, well, like I said, that Labor Day weekend race, we're going to have it on a Sunday afternoon. The only 3 tracks that are running that Saturday are Langley, Hickory, and Lonesome Pine. So we're hoping to offer these guys a nice purse to come race with us, check things out, and then maybe that'll roll us into a good season next season.
What kind of purse are we talking?
He can't tell you that now.
Yeah, we're going to at least pay $3,000 to win and $200 to start, and it's going to only go up. That's going to be our guaranteed purse. So. Yeah.
Well, Jenny, we appreciate you spending some time with us tonight. I'll be in touch with you again soon, because I'm gonna probably come out to Franklin County. I haven't been there.
Well, we'd love to have you, Jack, and I really appreciate you guys giving us an opportunity to tell the people out there what's going on at Franklin County Raceway. And please come out anytime, visit us, take it in, and see all the good changes that are happening at our racetrack.
And I'll be out there. Appreciate it, man. Talk to you again real soon.
Good luck, Kenny.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Buddy.
All right.
Might have to get out of Langley that night.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know what we're racing that night. Yeah.
All right, let's get Brandon on here real quick. He's sitting there looking at me, all kind of funny looking on there.
Hi, I'm Lenny Baticki from PRN at the Track, and you're watching Jack Dodson's Racing Insider with Scott Allen and Adam Wellbrock.
Do you think we can get some bigger people to do
Well, we got to come up with something.
Yeah.
Maybe Brandon will do it one.
Yeah, maybe we can get Brandon to do one for us, so one of those intros for us.
He's like us. Has he got a face for radio like us?
I don't know about that, guys.
There's a hard-working man right there, Brandon White. I mean, he's around everywhere. So tell us what all your job entails. What all you have to do.
So I work for NASCAR Regional. My official job title has changed names a couple times the past couple of years, but right now I am the digital editorial coordinator for NASCAR Regional, and that's basically a fancy term for writer. What my job is, I do pre-race previews, post-race recaps, features for Arca Menard Series, NASCAR Wheel Modified Tour, and for big weekly events like the South Boston 200 we had a couple weekends ago. So basically That's my job summed up.
Are you going to be here in a couple of weeks?
I will not be at the Hampton Heat myself, but the NASCAR regional team will be there. We're sending, I want to say 3 or 4 people up there for the big race. I've been meaning to head back to Langley Speedway at some point. I don't think I've actually been up there since I took this job, and I guess that's kind of my fault. But the stars just haven't aligned for that. But I want to get back up there one day soon. It's one of my favorite drives to take, like going to any track, really.
And Brandon, see, they have to send 3 or 4 people here to do your job.
Well, see what they're doing is that they're doing the stuff that I don't do. Like they're doing like video content, like social media content, all that stuff. I mean, I'm good with like cameras and all that stuff, but I leave that to the people who know more what they're doing than I would in that situation. Like they're all part of the team too. Like they are doing great work. I mean, I'm doing great work too, but it's a team effort over here.
So, Brian, how many people are employed or how many people do the regional stuff or is involved in all that?
So this is basically like a 6-person team. My boss, Jason Ballmer, he's the one who oversees everything. You may know Adam Fenwick, like he's the same position as me, just about editorial. Tad Hayslop is a like chief editorial guy over there, so to speak. Like he oversees like what we do. He writes some stories as well. Then you got Susan Wong, who's like our social media coordinator, and you got Yim Sandley, who handles all the video stuff for us. And that's just their jobs turned down. They do so much more than that. But like I said, it's a team effort over at NASCAR Regional, and I mean everyone contributes in their own way. We couldn't do what we do without one of these members.
So then, how many racetracks do you guys cover? Like on a given weekend, or I mean, because I mean, regionals technically, or I guess regionals this area, right?
No,
or is that nationwide?
It's really a nationwide thing, but we're like everyone else. We are constrained by budgets. We can't really go out there and be at every single race as much as we want to. Like we handle a lot of this stuff like at home, virtually, so to speak. Like we like. The racing broadcasts are on Flow Racing. Like for events we can't cover, like we do social clips, we do recaps of the race. We do try to make it out to the track as often as we can. Like we had like a whole bunch of us at South Boston this a couple weekends ago. So again, we'd like to do more, but I mean we also have to work within our means like everyone else.
Where are you located? So where's home for you?
Home is Concord, North Carolina, and the office is the NASCAR production facility, which fortunately is only about a 5-minute drive from my house, so I do not have to go very far to commute to work.
So that's not down. So you're not the regional's not downtown Charlotte, or is that the
NASCAR still has a building in downtown Charlotte, but we don't really work out of there anymore. We only go there like a handful of times a year now. Most of our work is at the production facility.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow. So you tell everybody how you got started in the business to get to the point where you are.
Oh, well, I will do my best to sum up that story. So I've been a NASCAR fan all my life. I mean, I remember watching NASCAR races as far back as 1998, 1999. I mean, it's really been my passion, and I've seen the sport change so much during that time. But my passion stayed forward, and as soon as I discovered my passion for journalism by joining my high school newspaper, like I decided like I really wanted to write about it, but I wasn't really sure how to do it. So I went to UNC Chapel Hill, got a bachelor's degree in journalism, so to speak. But my senior year, the Cars Tour had an internship open, and I decided, well, I mean, I'm a UNC Chapel Hill student, so I figured they would at least take someone with that pedigree, right, and who loved racing. So I messaged them. We got talking, and my first race was with was their season opener at the now at Concord, which is unfortunately no longer with us anymore. But it was I was kind of like just adjust because it wasn't like all writing at first, but that's what I did. Like I would write their press releases, do some features for them, and as time went on, like I worked for Race 22. I worked for Short Track Scene, even branched out and did some of my own stuff briefly. And when my position at NASCAR Regional opened up in early 2022, I applied for it. I got the job, and well, here I am. I'm now. I've been with NASCAR Regional for 3 years, and I'd say it's been some of the best 3 years of my life so far.
I think I remember the first time I ever saw you was at the Cars Tour race at Concord. As a matter of fact, I think it was the first time I ever saw you. Because
what was your impression of me?
you done
You
good.
may not want to know. May not want to know.
You done good. But no, we were there. I was there with Travis Miller. I don't know if you know remember Travis.
Yeah, I've heard of Travis.
Yeah, we went down there. My son was working with Travis, and we went down there and did the races. We did the races with them for a little while, and I thought that was a lot of fun. But I think that's the first place I ever saw you. So evidently, you did real good to get on up the road there.
Well, I mean, look how many people though has come through Jack, right? That started the Cars Tour, that has gone on and made a career out of it.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, Tim Salvers was one of them.
Well, I'm very thankful for Jack and the chance he took on me. I mean, they didn't have to. I mean, this is, as I say, like racing is a family sport. Like you need to have like connections, and that really in anything really. I mean, I didn't have any connections to racing. I was just someone who loved the sport. I want to say the closest racing connection I had is that my uncle Keith, like he worked on some late model cars at East Carolina Motor Speedway. His brothers raced, but I mean that had no influence in me getting my job whatsoever. I bet on myself, and well, here I am 8 years later, still working my butt off and making sure that that I stick around for a bit.
Well, feel free to use Scott and I and Adam as you know, if you need to step up and say we're part of it.
We'll jump on a bandwagon in a minute. So, Brandon, what do you want to accomplish, or how far do you want to go with this? And do you just like doing the regional stuff, or do you want to move up some?
So the thing about the regional stuff is that it feels like, and this isn't a knock on the Cup Series or anything, but with regional, there's like so many more people you can talk about. There's like drivers from all walks of life, crew members, people who are associated with drivers. That's more of a broad scope of like the editorial reach. You can go. I mean, you got racing in the Southeast, Northwest, Midwest, Northeast, so on and so forth. I mean, the stories and possibilities are just endless. So it's funny you say that, because I really haven't thought like long term what I want to do. Obviously, I would love to stay with NASCAR until I come to retirement age. It's a good job. There's good work-life balance. And the most important thing is I love what I do. So, I mean, right now, I mean, I'm doing what I can to live in the press. I mean, I think just like everyone else is these days, but right now I'm happy with what I have. I like working with NASCAR Regional. I like telling these stories, and as long as NASCAR have me around, I want to keep writing stories for them.
Yeah, you know, I totally understand what you're saying, and I think, you know, look, me and Jack luckily have been privy to, you know, to hang out in the Cup garage and just like you, and get to know a lot of people. But that's a different animal, right? Mm-hmm. Here it's a little bit more, I'd say, friendly, right? A little more fan friendly or family friendly, I guess is probably a better word. Sometimes up there, it's like there's certain little cliques, you know, and if you're not really in that clique, it's hard to get something from this person. And like you said, there's only so many people, where in the regional side, there's hundreds and hundreds of drivers and stories going on, right?
Exactly. And there's not as much like PR either. And again, not knock on them, the PR people in the Cup Series, Xfinity Truck Series, they do a remarkable job. I have good relationships with a lot of those people out there, but with regional, like it's more, like I said, a little bit more personal, so to speak, because a lot of those drivers, they don't have PR people. You can, if you don't have their number, you can contact somebody, or if you do have a number, you can just reach out to them directly, and they will be more than happy to talk with you. Because one thing I've learned doing this, at short track drivers, like they love people talking about them. If they can like get out there, tell their story, like they'll appreciate it. They'll let you know if you wrote something wrong about them, but they appreciate the just the opportunity to just get their story out there.
So now me and you said that, and I did, because look, Al Pierce is from here. We're actually in the Al Pierce Media Center, and I remember back in the day when Al wrote for here a lot, and almost everybody was like, "That's not what I told Al," you know. Have you had that, and how did that go for you?
Well, the funny thing is often drivers tell me, like, "Hey, listen, like, make me sound good, okay?" Like, I'll clean up their quotes from time to time, but also trying to keep it as accurate as possible. And I mean, I've had that happen to me a few times where something is misquoted, or like I didn't say that. Like, it's part of the job. You're not going to get everything right all the time because there's just so much information to keep track of. But I am a journalist and I do what I can to maintain ethical standards. So whatever I can, I make sure it's as accurate as possible. But I also try to make sure like that the quotes they give me are something that the driver be happy with and something the readers can understand.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, Jack had that. Like he told people somebody was DQ'd and he got a chewing.
The bad part about it was he really was DQ'd. And they come back and said, I said it before they told everybody. So
I don't think, how far did you get down the road for your phone rang?
it wasn't very far. Well, Brandon, we appreciate you spending time with us tonight, man. It's really great. I enjoy seeing you at the racetrack and talking with you and everything. So hopefully we can get you back on here again sometime. And maybe you can tell us some of the stories you're working on.
And no problem, Jack. I guess I'll go ahead and say one right now. We're working on the West Series race at Sonoma this week, and I've got a little feature coming out, I want to say tomorrow or Thursday, on Kaylee Bryson, who's making her West Series debut.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know her as a fantastic dirt racer, but she's gotten into road course racing the past few years with Trans Am, and now this is like her first big jump onto the NASCAR platform. So getting that story done, I'm real curious to see how she does behind the wheel at Sonoma this weekend.
Yeah, that will be pretty cool.
Yeah, matter of fact, I've contacted her to see if we can get her on the show sometime in the near future. So that'd be cool too.
Yeah, hopefully that works out for you guys.
All right, Brandon, we'll talk to you again real soon. Since you're not coming to Langley, I guess I don't know when
he'll
see
be
each other.
out. He'll be on the outs. He ain't come to Langley.
Maybe Martinsville.
No matter what, I will be in Martinsville.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
All right, well, we'll see you at Martinsville.
All right, buddy.
Just behave yourself.
All right, man, talk to you later. Thank you.
See you. Bye.
That's cool, man. You get to do what you love for a living, right?
It's not working, man. They say if you love it, you're not working.
That's right. If you don't, you know, I wouldn't know how that was.
I mean, Adam's the only one that can say he needs to get paid. Me and Jack are
On the weekend.
during the week. But still,
Work is work.
Me and Jack get a free pass to get in. But we love it. We don't have to answer to
But
nobody.
you know the thing about it is,
Even though Jack's name's in front of ours, I still don't answer him.
That's right. That's not what he was thinking.
I wasn't really thinking anything, but now that I am.
I see old Dan Crocker, Showman. What's up, Showman? Hope you're doing well up there in Maine. He's got his own. Looks like he got a trailer all fixed up.
Yeah. All right, look, we got Kevin Canter on here. Hey, Kevin, go get Kevin. Go ahead and do what you got to do first week.
Okay. Let's see. I don't even know who this is.
Hello, I am Kevin from Virginia, and you are watching Jack Dodson'S Racing Insider News with Scott Allen and Adam Wellbrock.
How long is the thing there? What's up, Kevin? Man, I heard you got showed up this weekend, man.
Well, I wouldn't say that. We blowed up, but we had a quick car all weekend long and ended up qualifying P2. Messed up in qualifying a little bit, so we were a little bit slower, but made 6 laps, I believe, in the race and popped a motor.
Oh man!
Oh, so yeah, I knew there had to be a reason.
So where's Rocky at?
I'm hoping he'll be on here in time. He works over in West Virginia, and I've had Mom calling him trying to get his butt on, but nobody's able to get a hold of him right now. So he may be having to work over, so we may end up missing him.
Oh, okay. Well, I wanted to get. I know he's been racing a little bit here the last little bit. I've been seeing his name pop up a lot, and I was going to try to get you on here and get something started between the two of you.
Well,
Pops can't defend himself, so Kevin can just talk trash. So what's it like to be able to race against your dad? That's got to be way cool.
It's awesome, you know. And when I first started racing, my first year, I got to race against him and my grandpa in the car. The car is my old car. He used to have it, and I bought it off of him. And I got to race with my grandpa and my dad. And then my dad, when he sold his car to me, he got out of it, said he was going to go fishing every weekend because he has a bass boat and all that, and has not went fishing once since he sold me the race car. So, but last 5, 6, 7 years, I've been able to race with my grandpa about every year. He hasn't raced any. Trying to get him out this year to do one more race.
That's cool. That's cool. So when you first started racing, you were racing against your grandfather and your dad. How many times did you beat him?
Well, when I first started out, I won 4 races at KINGSPORT in Billy Duty's car, and Rocky told me he wasn't going to come down there and interfere with any of that. And after I won those 4 races and got the points lead, he decided to come down and show me who boss was.
All right, here's the question. Here's the question I want to know. Has he dumped you yet? I mean, roughed you up, whatever?
What was that? It cut out.
Has he bumped you around a little bit, roughed you up in a race yet?
No, but he's blocked the shit out of me.
Did you have to move him, or did you move him out of the way?
I didn't move him, but I gave him a fair warning that the next race I was going to move him.
Did he win and you didn't? Is that what happened?
In 23, we were running at Motor Mile, and he's when he just bought Daniel Hudson's car, and I ended up having to start like mid-pack in the field because I'd won so many in a row, and I was coming up through our Doodle was leading, Rocky was second, and I got to do Rocky, and I had a faster car than Rocky, but he was blocking his butt off.
I bet that was fun to have him blocking everybody up.
Yeah,
that's got to be super fun though. Even though he was blocking you, the story that you're going to have later in life for that, is priceless to me.
Oh yeah,
I still had to move him out of the way.
Oh yeah. Just for bragging right, just so he couldn't talk trash about it.
We had the Catalanos from up in the northern part of the country. All of them race. Everybody races.
Yeah, it's like the mom,
the mama, and the 4 sons.
Yeah,
they all race, and they all race in the same division.
Yeah,
the dad won't race because he said he can't afford it.
Yeah,
but they one night.
The son roughed the mama up.
Yeah, roughed
to win for the win.
And he said that their relationship, took a hit there for a little while because he didn't roughed her up. He said he didn't eat for a week.
I bet you there wasn't no supper at her house for a while.
No, it wasn't. That's what he said. He said there was no food for him for like 2 days.
Yeah.
So, do you and Rocky keep your cars together, or does he have a place for his?
Yeah, he's got a big garage, and I've got a big garage, which we live side by side. My wife, when we first moved in up here on the hill, she's like, I really don't want to live next to your mom, but she loves it when she needs a box of macaroni. So,
yeah, I can see that. But it's cool that y'all are right there close by and everything. You can go over and see what he's doing to his car.
And then do y'all share information, or do y'all keep a little bit from each other because y'all are so competitive?
No, most of the time, like setting the majority of the car up is he gets in his car, and I've got to go down there and turn all the jack screws and the coilovers and stuff. Now, he's the main man on the floor pan car. Now, with these tube cars, I know a little bit more about them just because I've been around them more than he has. But yeah, most of the time when we go to doing the big adjustments on the tube cars, I'm the one doing it.
Wow. So yeah, you can go in there and kind of, if he's beating you a little bit, you can go in there and set him up a little.
Just turn a wedge wrench.
Yeah, just keep him behind you for a while. If he blocks you, you can just get behind him and say, "Okay, there you go."
Yeah.
Hey, who is Dakota Sky Canter?
That's my wife.
That's your wife?
Yeah.
She said our neighbors love us.
Yeah,
love firing up race cars at 2 a.m.
Yeah, boy.
Do you do that? Do y'all?
Oh yeah. If I get a new motor back and I've got to run it in and get heat cycles in it, I'll fire it up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't care.
So I take it your mom and your dad's the only one next door.
Well, we've got plenty more neighbors. When my papa, I bought my papa's house and we moved it. We built a new house up here, and when he used to have it up here, my best friend they lived on the lower side of us, and his parents had a waterbed, and Papa would fire his car up 2, 3 in the morning, and they said they could feel it vibrate the waterbed.
Man, you're going way back talking about a waterbed.
So what's the rest of the season look like for you, man? I mean, what are you going to be doing?
I'm going to finish out the season at KINGSPORT. We've been making races at Bowman Gray for Blaine and Charlie and Wendy Curry. They've been letting me drive their car. We've been doing pretty well up there. We run the last race we ran at Bowman Gray was the 50 lapper, and we ended up starting 26th. We didn't get to qualify and ended up finishing 6th.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that place is definitely wild. I'm planning on getting a motor built for my floor pan car and going up there next year. I've had a lot of fun up there this year.
Yeah, I mean, what was some of the things you had to get used to up there? I mean, that is a tight little racetrack.
Really, just you ain't got no banking. That's the biggest thing you got to get used to. And then you can't really arc the corner like you want to, like you do at every other track, because you got 15 other people trying to cram in below you, trying to get below you to get inside of you, because it's basically all around the bottom. Those are the two major things.
Well, you must be doing something right, because I haven't seen your picture up there of having to get into a fight or anything. So, you know.
No, I ain't gotten any fights yet.
I've seen a bunch of them going on up there. I just, you know.
I'm trying to figure out how you got this wife of his. You see her? She's in a different league than Kevin is.
Well, that's what happens when you're good with holding a steering wheel.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. It's the
benefits, right?
Scott didn't have that problem. Well, Kevin, I appreciate you being with us, but maybe next time we can get Rocky on here.
Now, we're gonna get his wife next time.
Get Rocky on here, because I really want to start something up between the two of you.
I don't think it's gonna be hard.
Oh, he'll get fired up.
That'd be pretty cool. All right, man. Well, we'll talk to you again, and tell Rocky that we're gonna call him again. We're gonna do that. We're gonna set this up again and get him on here.
I will let him know. I will be when he finally calls me back. I will be cussing him out.
Okay. Well, you do that, and tell him I said I ain't gonna keep putting up with this. I'll be down at one of them racetracks waiting for him.
Yeah.
All right, man. We appreciate you, and we'll talk to you again real soon. Okay.
Thanks for having me.
Say, buddy.
No, I really did want to get Rocky on here, because seeing where Rocky had been, in his races, I think he was at Newport. He won a race at Newport, and I don't think Kevin was there at Newport that race. I was kind of trying to get something started. And that was my whole initiative there.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it'll be that hard.
Yeah,
That's all right. We'll try again, though.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get him back. Don't worry, I'll get him back on here.
Show me.
So anyway, all right. Well, please remember the procedures this week if you can, and help them out and everything they got going on. Also with Cole Bruce and everything that he's got going on, and his dad's funeral and everything coming up. Please keep them in your thoughts and prayers, because it's really big. And oh yeah, I forgot about this.
What'd you feel?
Butterbean is going to be in town for the next couple of weeks.
Oh.
And he's going to run Dixieland next Friday night.
This Friday night.
This Friday night. And then the next week he's going to be at the Hampton Heat. So
Trying to make 4-time, and he won 3. He's the only one that's tied
CE.
Yeah,
This will be number 4. This will be the 3rd in a row.
So we'll see what happens.
in a row. That's
pretty
pretty crazy. I hope that him and Connor put on a.
If Brendan takes the lead at any point during this race, this place is going to go bananas.
I think it'll go bananas, but
It's going to go bananas. Doesn't matter if Connor's up front or not. If Brendan is up at the front, that's for the lead. Even if it's lap 2, man, hold on to your seat.
If he gets a pole, it's going to go bananas.
So anyway, yeah, this weekend is again the SNN and Sean Beluso race, and we didn't even do the thing for the tickets yet. So
yeah, and did you say driver of the week this week?
Yep, driver of the week, Bill Wallace.
Oldest guy at Langley Speedway.
Yeah,
I seen Bill on here earlier. But I mean, we got 4 tickets to give away for this weekend. There'll be a will call. Just give us your information. Whoever we decide this wins, we got to come up with something. who wants some free tickets for this weekend for S&N night?
Yeah.
Anybody need tickets? Trivia.
2 modified races, twin 30s. Matt Carter's coming back.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For this week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
75 lap
It's gonna be
limited
hard to
race.
beat. That's gonna be a good race.
Gonna be a good
75
race.
laps and limited is gonna be a good race.
Yep.
Who's your pick for the modified races?
My pick for the modified races, I'm gonna stay with my original thought, and I think Brad Adams.
I don't know. After the last race, I think you need to put his wife in the car. I even told him that. He's like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, well, being the seat fits now, I think she needs to get in.
Like Scott told me that when we were talking to him.
All right.
I posted it online.
All right, for the tickets, if anybody can tell me who, well, that's too daggone easy. Who won the first Palooza race?
Yeah.
But
Wait a second.
don't say it out loud.
Oh, you got it.
I mean, I would say, well, I mean, not on that point. I think Matt's going to be probably the guy to beat. If he can be clean, it's a quick 30 lap. If he's first or second, I think he's can be the guy.
Some people think he's got a little bit of a curse on him.
Well, he definitely does. I mean, he does.
No matter,
Like,
100 laps didn't work out for him. 50 laps didn't work out for him. We'll see if 30 laps works out for him.
And then who do we think for the 75 lap limited race?
I think I gotta go Aiden, man.
I mean, I think he's
The
definitely
longer
going to be
races, I think he's just
hard to beat, but eventually, like, somebody's got to come off and dethrone them, right?
yeah.
I mean, I think, and I'm sure Ricky and those guys are putting a lot of effort in, but and then Aiden, not Aiden, but Atlee. I mean, certainly, I think he's had a good long run speed car. Also,
he had the most long run speed at the Sobo.
Yep,
Yeah.
he did.
Yeah.
He did.
So
I mean, I think between the three of them, there's no bad pick.
yeah, the top 3 for sure, man. And all 3 of them are 2 out of 3 of them are running the heat.
Mhm.
So yeah.
What are you on for tickets?
Kyle Nestor. Kyle Nestor?
And he gets Kyle. It wasn't Kyle.
Is this the weekend Eddie Clark's supposed to cook barbecue up here too?
Oh,
I think he said
On Saturday?
Is it this week?
He said
I
he
think it is
he
this
said he
week.
was looking for a race team.
I think it is this week.
Oh, I'm gonna find that because if I see him cooking somewhere, I'm gonna eat it. So, but all right, for the 4 tickets.
All 3. Oh, Brandy said all 3 of them.
All 3 running. Cool.
All right, for the tickets. If anybody can tell me who drives the number 13 modified, we'll get the 4 tickets.
That might
Eddie
be,
said hamburgers and hot dogs. That's fine.
that might be easier than the first Trumbalooza race.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think that's easier?
No.
Not everybody knows who.
Who did win? Was it Brendan?
No.
Was it
And
Brendan?
he's saying who's the driver, right?
No, I'm saying who won the first Palooza race? Was it
Mark
Brendan?
Works.
Mark.
Oh, it was Mark. See, I would have got it wrong.
Yeah. In that same year, I think, and I think that was fitting, honestly,
Yeah.
because Mark had worked on Sean's crew when he was a kid. Brandy
Oh, that
said, huh?
That was the year that he won the championship, right?
All right.
The modified.
Brandy, if you can
I
tell
think
me
it was
who
after.
drives the number 13 modified out here at Langley Speedway, you can get 4 tickets. That's for anybody listening. Eddie Clark, Brandy Marshall. Anybody can tell me who it is.
Man, you could have looked on the website by now.
That's what I was gonna say. Don't do something you can search up.
I think ain't he the next oldest person at Langley Speedway?
I don't know.
I know what you're getting ready to say. I mean, you leave that alone. Mark. Mark who? But it ain't Mark.
No. Current driver, right?
Current driver. He's a current driver in the
Current-
13 modified.
Late model. I mean,
Did Mark was 13 or what was his number? 19?
I'm talking about now.
No, I mean, what was
Oh.
his modified number? She probably thought you were talking about.
We're talking about
current modified driver
current
this
modified.
year.
Nobody wants our tickets, man. What are we gonna do? She can't tell you who drives the 88 Limited. Well, she wears the shirt every week. I hope she knows what's on it.
Jessica. Oh,
Oh.
So come on.
Ricky's got some zingers there.
All
Ricky was looking. Ricky was wondering where you was at the other week, Jack. He's like, "Is he on a cruise?" Because Gene Nichols and then they was on a cruise. He says, "Is Jack on a cruise?" That's where the rest of them are. I said, "No, he's just lazy.
He's just at home."
All right, we're still waiting. Who can come
That's
up with the
fair,
number
boy.
13 modified at Langley Speedway this year, which is his first year here at Langley Speedway.
That's right. That's right.
I got it.
But you ain't else.
You had to look it up.
I don't know why.
I don't,
Hey,
like,
I
I
thought-
don't like mine.
Lisa, who's Lisa?
I'm telling Lisa. I don't know who Lisa is.
Sounds
I
pretty
don't,
So
know if I,
whoever
should,
it is,
I don't know if I should be scared or not.
Whoever she's telling Lisa on, I ain't got no worry about that.
Or maybe she's asking Lisa.
I'll even go with another thing here to help people along that may be listening. I raced against him at Southampton Speedway.
Back in 19 what?
1900 something.
Got your walking shoes on.
No.
But anyway, come on, we're waiting on an answer for it.
He said, ask my wife, Scott.
Something Willis. No, that's it. Ricky Roberts. Willis Scott is the answer. Willis Scott is the answer. So, hello. You're a little late, Eddie. Marty Roberts Jr. is late. Ricky Roberts got it. So Ricky, I was first. No, you won't first. You did something Willis.
She was close.
Something Willis. It's not something Willis. It's Willis something.
Maybe we can give her one ticket.
4 tickets.
Ricky Roberts.
You could split it, give them 2 and 2. Or whatever. I don't care.
No, she.
Ricky will get her in.
Anyway, Ricky, send me your information on a text message or a private message on Facebook, and I'll have everything waiting for you, or at the will call here on Saturday so you can get in. And if you want to, you can go ahead and get Brandy in there. So anyway,
She's sure to be there.
Eddie says my name is above everyone else.
But anyway, all right, it was Willis Scott, and so
See you
we'll go.
this weekend.
Yep. So,
All right.
all right, everybody. We'll see you again next week, and hopefully we'll have.
So just give them to me, and I'll give it to them.
We'll work something out.
Well, we don't have the tickets. We got to put them. They will be at will call.
Yeah, it'll be
Whatever Ricky wants the name under.
So, yeah, we can do that anyway. All right, everybody. That's our show for tonight. Hopefully next week we're going to be talking Hampton Heat.
That's right.
So we'll be back with you
So
then.
we might have Justin Ellis. Maybe we got to work that out.
Well,
with
that's
Christine first.
Yeah, Christine will let him show up, and that'll be cool.
Yeah,
They're pretty busy.
she's in charge.
Yeah, so that'll be good. Anyway, we'll hopefully have him here next week, and I'm gonna try
So,
to get.
so for all your Hampton Heat questions, that's what our goal is, to try to get those answered for you.
Yeah, I think about probably go ahead and ask Jeff Bowen to show up too, because you know he's gonna be here with that too. So
Yeah, we can start asking about how they're going to tech the rear camber.
on the cars, yeah.
I'm sure Matt Welch will be very intrigued.
I don't think they're going to use the same
And-
homemade gadget.
And Matt, if Matt Waltz is looking in, you got any questions you'd like to ask? I'm sure they'd be willing to listen.
Hey, and even if Matt wants to come on and tell his side.
Well, let's not go that
He
far.
might have already told his side.
Yeah.
Oh, he has.
Okay.
He did have a really good written response. I will say that. It was very, very well written. And he's sticking to his guns. So
That'd be kind of interesting. All right, that's our show, and we'll talk to everybody next week. Please remember the
Thank you,
Zebrases
Victor.
and the Bruces and all those folks, the
Yeah.
Roberts,
yes.
for everything they've got going on, because we're all big one big happy family. So let's remember them.
Yeah.
All right.
absolutely.
See you next week, everybody.